sickos? This is Jay the SickSaiyan popping at you here. And today we have another episode which I now title as my own little series on the SickSaiyan channel called God Damn It Josh! Well, today sickos on God Damn It Josh, we got Josh Feuerstein, the pastor, hooping, hollering, saying all the same shit he always says, and just basically bitching and moaning and pissing up the river about a Rowan County, Kentucky county clerk named Kim Davis, who, as most of you know, has been in and out of the news because she refused to issue a marriage certificate to gay couples and cited the Bible as her reason for doing so. A lot of people have been talking about this. I'm sure conservatives have been in an uproar, you know, hard-right Christians. Well, one in particular, of course, is Pastor Josh Feuerstein, who I mentioned earlier as what this video is about, and it didn't take him long to address the issue and spew his usual vitriol video of horseshit nonsense, and, well, you get the picture. Let's take a look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Feuerstein here.
Jesus fucking Christ. Here we go again with this motherfucker.
And the Christian Holocaust has officially begun in America. I hate to say I told you so, but in fact I did.
Really? Christian Holocaust. Please tell me you're joking. If you are, it's not a funny joke. If you aren't, then let me ask you this, Josh. How many of your Christians are fucking dead? Name one motherfucker that you like so much. Name one Christian that's dead, that's been systematically executed, stuck in a camp, worked half to fucking death, starved, beaten, gassed, and then thrown in an oven to fucking burn. Name one that's gotten the Zyklon B treatment. You're honestly comparing the two. Fuck you.
You know, Kim Davis, the county clerk who refuses to sign off on gay marriage because she feels it violates her Christian principles, who refuses to endorse it, back it, or support it, is now being thrown in jail.
That's not the same as being systematically eradicated now, is it, Josh? So, you can't legally, fairly, or in any other sense of the word, call it a fucking Holocaust.
Just recently, only moments ago, was ordered by a judge to jail for not supporting or signing off on gay marriage.
Yes, jail, not death. Not the same thing, dude.
Where is her First Amendment right?
I'm sorry, but the First Amendment does not guarantee you the right not to do your fucking job. The First Amendment also does not say that your Christian beliefs are sacrosanct. And it also does not say that your fucking beliefs supersede anything. That your God's laws do not supersede the fucking laws of our fucking nation. Also, being a Christian does not make you above the law. We're a nation of laws, Josh, not of men.
I told you a long time ago, ladies and gentlemen, that the LGBT community has one agenda, and that is to come after Christians. That has been the agenda all along. They want to put the clamp on Christianity in America.
What you're saying is that by treating people you don't like is with the same rights as you that you've always had, and expecting you to respect them, and not treating you as, you know, having special rights that nobody else has, i.e., or in a sense, the right to persecute others for their beliefs. You're equating that to persecution. Just because you're being expected to act like a fucking adult. What are you, 33? You know, you're not much younger than me. You know, you're around my age. But being expected to act like the mature adult you're supposed to be, that's tantamount to having people come after you? No, dude. The only reason anybody would ever come after you is if they see you as a threat. Which apparently you're not opposed to being, given the last time I talked about you. But right now, you know, they're not jailing anybody for their opinion. And they're not coming after Christians for having beliefs and opinions. They're just mandating that you have to act within fucking reason. Is that too much of a fucking stretch? Is that too much to ask of you to act in fucking reason? Dude, in our society, we have a place for people that refuse to act within reason. That refuse to fucking be sane. I mean, that's not a choice, but in your case, you're acting insane. So you are kind of choosing it. But then again, maybe it's not a choice. Maybe you always were insane. And again, like I said, there's a place for people like that. It's called the lunatic asylum. You need help, professional help, possibly a medication or two. These paranoid delusions of yours, Josh, is enough of an indicator for a psychiatrist to prescribe you with fucking Seroquel or fucking Ativan, Depakote for mood stabilization. Dude, you're not helping yourself.
And you either back them and support them, or you're going to jail.
I think I said this earlier, but I think I'll say it again. It's not about backing or support. It's about doing your fucking job, and in this clerk's case, I forget her name at the moment, but Davies, is it? Yeah. I'll just call her Miss Davies. The thing of it is, she was a government employee. Okay? Government employees are sworn by oath to uphold the law. She chose to break it over her religious convictions. That does warrant legal consequences. Any job you're on, if you refuse to do the job or you break the fucking rules, you get punished accordingly. Up to and including termination. I know, I've gone through quite a few jobs in my day. I know what I'm talking about. I know how that works. But when you're a government employee, when you deal with legal matters in the law, not only can you get suspended, fired, fined, you can go to fucking jail. I mean, I'm not saying she's going to go away for a super long time. Contempt of court, I don't know if that carries a real hefty sentence. But, hey, she chose to defy the courts, and that has legal consequences. I am sorry, Josh. That is just how the fuck it is. You don't have to like it. Nobody's saying you do. But you have to accept it and accept the fucking reality of it. You don't have to like every law. Okay? I sure as fuck don't like every law. But you have to respect that law. Okay? You have to... Okay? Or maybe you don't even have to show it that much respect, but you have to at least accept it and do your best to fucking abide by it. You know? I don't get away with fucking breaking the law. My neighbor doesn't get away with breaking the law. My mom doesn't get away with breaking the law. My brother-in-law doesn't get away with breaking the law. Why the fuck do you think you should? Huh? Once again, you are not above the fucking law, Josh. It's time you realized that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you the time has come, and I'm sounding the clarion call. It is time for us to rise up and begin a revolution. I call upon you to invade Rowan. Let's protest. Let's do whatever we must.
Oh yeah, Josh, that's a real smart call. Real good idea, Josh. Invade a county clerk office or whatever, or an entire county or whatever you're planning on invading. Because it's not enough for you that you vocally oppose something. No, you got to invade something. Go in there, guns blazing. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm gonna force my opinion on people because it's not persecution when I do it. Grow up. Grow up. This is why people don't like you, Josh. Actually, while we're on, can I ask you a question? Did you eat paint chips when you were a kid? I'm not asking that to be funny. I'm seriously asking that. Did you eat paint chips when you were a child?
Let's protest. Let's do whatever we must to make sure that our First Amendment freedoms are intact. If you love America,
make sure our First Amendment freedoms are intact. If we love America. Well, I don't know how to respond to that. Yeah, you got the First Amendment freedoms and rights to sit down there, make your little hate-filled videos and incite people to do shit that they normally shouldn't have the, even the slightest thought to even doing. If they possessed a modicum of rationality. And if you and you're talking about loving America, well, you know what? If you loved America, Josh, you wouldn't be so busy trying to usurp its fucking government over something as petty as gay marriage. Think about that. You're about as patriotic as Benedict Arnold. Don't have a better reference, sorry.
If you love God, if you love freedom.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? You're linking First Amendment, freedom, and God in the same sentence. But Josh, that's the real problem, isn't it? No matter how fucking much you fucking care to keep pushing that idea, This country was not founded on your fucking God, dude. The Constitution, at best, at most, makes reference to maybe a creator. Not a specific one, though. You're so fond of challenging people, Josh. In fact, every video you make I've seen, you're always, I'll challenge you today to do this, to love God, to love God. So here's my challenge to you today. I challenge you to look up any copy of the United States Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, the fucking Bill of Rights. I want you to peruse that motherfucker and you tell me just how many times God, specifically the Christian God, Jesus, the Bible, Holy Spirit, any of those. I want you to tell me how many times they are referenced. Good luck, because you're going to need it. Oh, and don't give me that "in God we trust" crap or "One Nation or God" crap either. Those don't count. You know why? Because they're not part of the original documents. They weren't added until 1954. A good couple hundred years after the foundation of the country. Well, to be exact, 180 years. Okay? And that's just a rounding. That's just a round number. So don't use the God on money and pledge thing. That's not a good argument. I want you to stick with the original documents, the Constitution. And I also want you to ponder something as you read other documents from that time, like the 1797 Treaty of Tripoli. You know what that fucking says, Josh? I doubt you do. Either you're just cognitive dissonance about the whole thing, in utter denial. Article 11 specifically states, and this is an excerpt, as is the government of the United States is not, in any sense, founded on the Christian religion, itself having no character of enmity toward the laws, religion, and tranquility of Muslims. You know what Muslims are, Josh? Muslims. Fucking Muslims. And as said states, has never entered into any war or act of conflict against any Mohammedan nation, which is Islamic nation, Mohammedan. It is declared by the parties that no pretext arising from religious opinions shall ever produce an interruption of the harmony existing between the two countries. Think about that. What have you been trying? What have you been talking about? What have you guys been talking about since 9/11? Yes, I get it. Bad people attacked us, destroyed the World Trade Center. You know, hey, I get it. But you did the exact opposite of what the Founding Fathers wished when they wrote that treaty. Oh, and something else. You know, you're talking about President Obama being a Muslim. I know I'm getting off topic here, but I wanted to address this real quick. Well, why should you care? Because it also states in the Constitution that no religious test shall ever be required for political office. So basically, I know that was kind of a mouthful and it was kind of off topic a little bit. But I'm just trying to point out just how little you know about the Constitution and your own fucking country's history and your own fucking country's politics. You want to talk about that shit? It helps to learn about it first. Accuracy matters. History matters. Why should I take you seriously if why should anybody take you seriously if you're not willing to be accurate and honest? Anyone that has any sense of intelligence.
I challenge you to begin to protest in whatever way, manner possible. Why? Because at some point we must start this revolutionary war to take back our freedoms.
So, here's the thing, Josh. You're talking about revolutionary wars, taking back your freedoms, but it never occurs to you that the only freedoms you're interested in taking back that you never had in the first place was to deny the freedom for people you don't like. My brain hurts thinking about this. My brain hurts thinking about this, Josh. You say you want to preserve freedom and take back freedom and all. You're saying you're fighting for freedom. But you don't seem to be too bothered about taking the freedom away from others that deserve those freedoms, that are supposed to be guaranteed said freedoms by the Constitution. So paradoxical question for you, Josh. Or I don't know if it's a paradoxical question, but it's a question to consider nonetheless. How the fuck do you work meaningfully for freedom by trying to deny it to others? How do you do that? How do you work meaningfully for freedom by trying to take freedoms away from those you don't like? Simple answer, you fucking don't.
Freedoms that are being stolen by political correctness.
Now, don't get me wrong. I do not like extreme political correctness. It's a pain in the ass. There was a time when, I've spoken about this on Facebook, Twitter. I was on a debate page on Facebook called the Leftist Debate Society. And I gave an honest answer to the question of what do you consider to be the worst aspects of liberalism? And I gave my honest opinion about it, which was extreme political correctness that is being forced down our throats by social justice warriors. I ended up getting kicked off the page. I got kicked off the page because my honest answer wasn't the right answer. It wasn't the answer they wanted to hear. So I get it. I get where political correctness goes wrong. But the problem, Josh, is it's not about political correctness with you. It's about the fact that you are not in control of everything. That's what gets your fucking go. That's what's got your panties in a twist, and that's what's stuck in your craw. Okay? It ain't about being politically correct with you. You think it is, but it's not. In fact, people like you are the reason we have these political correctness advocates. People like you are the reason we now have social justice warriors running all over the internet blasting people for one little slip that they see as not being politically correct, that they see as demeaning or denigrating somebody or a group. What they, by way of either an innocent admission or a reference that that people don't, that they don't realize that is offensive. Something these people like to call microaggressions. Asshole, you're the reason those fucking people exist. You know why? Because in their defense, they're pretty fucking tired of assholes like you trying to tell other people that their fucking rights don't matter, but mine does. It's bullshit.
I challenge you today to begin to sound the alarm yourself by clicking share on this video. I challenge you, if you're in agreement with me, comment below and let it be spoken, let it be so that you stand on the right side of history.
Oh man, I'm gonna die laughing. Right side of history? Oh my God. Right side of history, Josh? Right side of history? Trying to ensure that people you don't like do not gain the same rights that you have and always had. Right side of history. Josh, if that's being on the right side of history, then I'm a fucking teacup poodle. That's about as funny as a screen door on a submarine. Right side of history. People like you and your entire movement are what's on the wrong side of history, you fucking numbnuts. I can't believe you have the balls and the audacity to go on fucking on the internet and tell people what you're doing is on the right side of history. Fucking pathetic. Oh my God. Were you born stupid? Or do you fucking practice? Huh? Were you born that way, or did you have to actually work to get there?
That you stand for freedom here in America.
The freedom to deny other people freedom, apparently, which doesn't exist. I tell you what, I hope you don't become president. I hate Donald Trump, but I'd sooner see him as president than somebody like you. Nah, I take that back. You're just as bad, actually. I take that back. I wouldn't vote for either one of you. I'd vote for Satan himself if he existed, rather than vote for somebody like you. That's saying quite a bit, isn't it?
So I'm asking that you would take a moment and you would share this video, tag some friends in it, and let's begin to get the word out. If you live in Kentucky, you live anywhere around there, or you can get there, I challenge you to get there to Rowan County, and let's make sure that Kim is let out of jail.
Would you do that for anybody else that broke the law? Yeah, I'm sure. It's just, if a Christian breaks the law, you'd do that, right? I can't believe motherfuckers like you, you know? You rail on about who should or shouldn't marry, but you don't seem to give a shit about anything else, about the real crimes. You rail on about who's getting married to who, what's getting married to what. But when it comes to pastors punching kids on stage, assaulting children, crickets, not a peep. Josh Duggar, what he did, you know, statutory rape and incest, not a peep. And, you know, and most recently, this pastor that made his congregants suck his own fucking dick because he claimed it had holy milk, and that if they didn't suck it, they wouldn't be saved. Where was your moral outrage on that? Not a fucking peep. crickets. Fucking crickets. You fucking disgust me, Josh. You never, not once, seem to give a shit about people within your own religion committing these horrible acts in the name, and these people happen to be fucking ministers, clergy, what have you. But the second some bitch gets arrested and sent to jail because she broke the law by refusing to issue marriage certificates based on religious principles. Oh, it's an outrage! It's an outrage! Let me get something straight here. Let's get something straight here, Josh. Let's clear the air right now. Let's cut the shit. I don't care who you are. I don't care how you feel about anything. It's obvious to me from watching this video up to this point that your priorities are so fucked that you shouldn't even be, there's no way in hell you should even be considered an authority on anything. It's also very telling. It's also very telling. It almost sounds to me like you are an advocate for rape, statutory rape, pedophilia, and and oral sex is part of a religious ritual. You fail at life, dude. You fuck up. You're fuck up. I can't believe people even listen to you. Moving on.
It's not fair that a Christian is persecuted and thrown in jail simply for not endorsing gay marriage.
Well, she's not being persecuted. She is being thrown in jail, but she's not being persecuted. She didn't have to endorse the gay marriage. She just had to issue the fucking license.
Please take a moment, share this video. God bless you.
Well, so far we know he's a liar. I'll tell you, brothers, if this guy makes it to heaven, we're a shoo-in, man.
And in summary about your video, I can only say this. God damn it, Josh! Well, sickos, that's all the time we have for tonight on God Damn It, Josh. So that means there's only one thing left to do, right? And that is to tell you to like this video, share this video, become a sicko today, and subscribe to my channel. This is Jay the SickSaiyan. Scout your power levels later. Bonsai!